Welcome to Global Discovery Hub. Today, we journey to Prague, the capital city of the Czech Republic, located in the heart of Central Europe. Often called the City of 100 Spires, Prague stands as one of Europe's most enchanting capitals, a living fairy tale waiting to be discovered. Introduction to Prague. Prague is situated on the Vltava River, nestled among the hills of Bohemia in the western Czech Republic. This landlocked country borders Germany to the west, Austria to the south, Slovakia to the east, and Poland to the northeast. After the peaceful Velvet Divorce of Czechoslovakia in 1993, Prague became the capital of the newly independent Czech Republic. Home to 1.3 million people, what makes Prague truly special is its extraordinary preservation. While many European cities were damaged during World War II, Prague emerged largely unscathed. As a result, the city offers an authentic journey through architectural history, with Romanesque, Gothic, Renaissance, Baroque, Art Nouveau, and Cubist buildings all coexisting in harmony. The city's historic center has been a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1992. Walking through its medieval streets feels like stepping into a fairy tale. Let's explore this magical city and discover why it captures the hearts of travelers worldwide. Prague Castle Complex. Our journey begins at Prague Castle, the largest ancient castle complex in the world. Perched on a hill overlooking the Vltava River, the castle has been the seat of Czech rulers for over a millennium, and today serves as the official residence of the Czech president. Founded around 880, Prague Castle has evolved with each passing century. Within its walls, you'll find architectural styles spanning 1,000 years. St. Vitus Cathedral stands as the spiritual heart of both the castle and the Czech nation. Construction began in 1344 under Emperor Charles IV, but wasn't completed until 1929, a building process spanning nearly 6 centuries. The castle complex includes the old royal palace with its remarkable Vladislav Hall and the charming Golden Lane with its tiny, colorful houses where Franz Kafka briefly lived at number 22. Charles Bridge. From Prague Castle, we descend to the iconic Charles Bridge. Commissioned by Emperor Charles IV in 1357, this Gothic stone bridge spans 516 meters across the Vltava River, connecting Prague Castle to the Old Town. The bridge is adorned with 30 Baroque statues of saints, most added in the 17th and 18th centuries. Gothic towers guard each end, once part of Prague's medieval fortifications. Today, the bridge is a pedestrian zone filled with artists, musicians, and vendors. Dawn and dusk are magical times to visit, when the soft light bathes the city in a golden glow. Old Town Square Crossing. Charles Bridge brings us to Prague's Old Town, centered around Old Town Square. This marketplace has been the heart of Prague since the 10th century, surrounded by colorful buildings showcasing the city's architectural diversity. The square's most famous feature is the Prague astronomical clock, Horloge, installed in 1410 on the Old Town Hall Tower. It's the oldest functioning astronomical clock in the world. Every hour, crowds gather to watch the Walk of the Apostles mechanical show. Dominating the eastern side is the Gothic Church of Our Lady before Tin, with its distinctive twin spires. At the center stands the John Hus Memorial, honoring the 15th century religious reformer whose execution sparked the Hussite Wars. Throughout history, the square has witnessed coronation processions, executions, and political demonstrations. In 1989, during the Velvet Revolution, hundreds of thousands gathered here to demand the end of communist rule. Jewish Quarter. Just north of Old Town Square lies Josefov, Prague's historic Jewish quarter. Once a walled ghetto where Prague's Jewish community was forced to live, today it preserves remarkable synagogues, the old Jewish cemetery, and the Jewish town hall with its distinctive clock that runs counterclockwise with Hebrew numerals. The Old New Synagogue, completed around 1270, is Europe's oldest active synagogue. Legend claims its attic houses the Golem of Prague, an animated clay figure supposedly created by Rabbi Loew to protect the Jewish community. The most moving sight is the old Jewish cemetery, in use from the early 15th century until 1786. Because space was severely limited within the ghetto, graves were layered atop one another, with more than 12,000 tombstones crowded into this small area, a haunting memorial to Prague's once thriving Jewish community. Lesser town, Malá Strana. Crossing back over the Vltava, we enter Malá Strana, or Lesser Town. Despite its name, there's nothing lesser about this charming district of Baroque palaces and churches built beneath Prague Castle. The heart of Lesser Town is its square, dominated by St. Nicholas Church, a masterpiece of high Baroque architecture. Nestled in the slopes below the castle are noble palaces and terraced gardens that give Prague its lush character. One of Lesser Town's most charming features is its picturesque Nový Svět, New World Street, lined with tiny, colorful houses where castle servants once lived, preserving the atmosphere of old Prague. Prague's cultural heritage. Prague's significance extends beyond architecture. The city has long been a center for arts and culture, nurturing Czech talent and attracting creative minds from across Europe. In music, Prague has special connections to Mozart, who premiered his opera Don Giovanni here in 1787 at the Estates Theatre. The composer declared, "My Pragers understand me," finding more appreciation here than in Vienna. The city also nurtured Czech composers like Bedřich Smetana, who immortalized the Vltava River in his symphonic poem Vltava, and Antonín Dvořák, composer of the New World Symphony. In literature, Franz Kafka captured the city's atmospheric quality in works like The Castle and The Trial. The city also inspired Czech writers like Nobel Prize winner Jaroslav Seifert and playwright Václav Havel, who later became the country's first democratically elected president after communism. Prague through history. Prague's story is one of resilience through turbulent history. Founded around the 9th century, the city reached its first golden age under Emperor Charles IV in the 14th century, when he established Central Europe's first university here in 1348. The city has weathered religious conflicts, including the Hussite Wars of the 15th century, and survived Habsburg domination, Nazi occupation, and 4 decades of communist rule from 1948 to 1989. The Nazi occupation, 1939 to 1945, brought terrible suffering, though the city's structures were largely spared destruction. When communist rule followed, Prague became the stage for dramatic moments of resistance, including the Prague Spring of 1968, brutally suppressed by Soviet tanks. The Velvet Revolution of 1989, named for its peaceful nature, ended communist rule. The image of protesters jingling their keys in Wenceslas Square, symbolically ringing out the old regime, remains a powerful testament to nonviolent resistance. Modern Prague. Today's Prague is a vibrant European capital that balances preservation with innovation. Since joining the European Union in 2004, the Czech Republic has seen economic growth and increased integration with Western Europe. The city features cutting-edge architecture like the Dancing House, nicknamed Fred and Ginger, designed by Frank Gehry. Former industrial areas have transformed into trendy districts with contemporary art galleries and vibrant nightlife. Prague's cultural scene remains dynamic with world-class performances alongside contemporary arts. The city hosts numerous festivals throughout the year, celebrating everything from classical music to film and design. The Czech capital is also famous for its beer culture. The Czech Republic has the highest beer consumption per capita globally. Traditional Czech cuisine features hearty dishes like goulash and svíčková, though the culinary scene now encompasses everything from traditional pubs to Michelin-starred restaurants. As our journey through Prague concludes, we understand why this city in the heart of Europe feels like it was lifted from a fairy tale. Its preserved medieval core, Gothic spires, and winding cobblestone streets create an atmosphere that seems almost magical. Yet Prague is no fossilized museum piece. It's a living, breathing modern capital, that has adapted to changing times while maintaining its essential character. From the medieval astronomers who built the horloge to the Velvet Revolutionaries who peacefully reclaimed their democracy, Prague's citizens have demonstrated remarkable resilience. Perhaps that's the true magic of Prague, not just its beauty, but its endurance. Through wars, occupations, and revolutions, the city has preserved both its physical charm and its indomitable spirit. As you walk across Charles Bridge at sunset, watching the light glint off the 100 spires, you might feel that you've stepped into a fairy tale. But remember, Prague's story is real, a testament to what humans can create when inspired by beauty and freedom. Thank you for joining us on Global Discovery Hub for this exploration of Prague, a fairy tale city in the heart of Europe. Until our next adventure, keep discovering our fascinating world.